FamOver.
Hold on. Fam, hold on. Let me restart that. My audio was messed up. Let me make sure it's all right.
FamOver.
Fam, was good. It's your boy Thou, FamOver TV. I appreciate everybody tapping into the channel, showing love, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, stopping by, whatever you're doing. I appreciate it. These videos are for entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is always advised. Salute to everybody out there on this good Tuesday. Hope everybody feeling good, good love around, good energy around, good vibes around. We got some good content to check out today, man. Surviving in this matrix with so much going on. Salute to everybody in the building. Brittany, was good? Bang Boogie, my Memphis fam. What's up, fam? 7 days. Dennis, what up, fam? My dog Dennis from the East Coast. The General, what up, fam? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Life good over here, man. I can't complain, man. Appreciate you tapping back in for sure. Midwest, what up? Big Ant. Salute to everybody, man. We gotta wait for a few people to fall in, then we'll get started. It's crazy world. Hey, they saying the 3-Eye Atlas supposed to be here. Something's supposed to be going on December the 19th or whatever. You know they be throwing them dates out there. They always throwing a date out there and everything, man. I forgot what the date was. Remember they had the date out there. They said the rapture was going to happen. Everybody was giving up all their belongings, cars, cribs. Like, yeah, it's about to be over. The rapture about to happen. Crazy ass world we living in. Solo, what up, fam? Oh, okay, Nick. I don't know. Okay. I don't know why. I don't know why I be doing that, fam. Some type of update they did on YouTube and changed everybody's names and added like little numbers on the end of them and everything and gave everybody like unique names and stuff. So I don't know what's be going on. YouTube be tripping sometimes. Kip, what's going on, fam? Angela the Dow, the boss lady, is in the building. Like always. Always showing love. Salute to Angela the Dow, y'all. She be holding it down. She been holding it down since day one for me, man. I gotta give her a round of applause. She be doing so. She do a lot for the channel, y'all. She do a lot behind the scenes, for sure. We're gonna get it going, man. We got some people in here now. Let's get it rolling. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get it.
I want to thank Congresswoman Marcia Fudge for hosting us.
Man, what the fuck was that came out of her mouth, y'all?
Terminamos vários ministérios da máquina.
Man, hold on, man.
Hosting us.
Man, was that like some AI shit that they added on to the video or something? Or did something really come out of her mouth, man? Because it looked like she spit up something. Oh, my God.
Terminamos vários ministérios da máquina pública. E ao mesmo tempo nós não vamos parar por aí. já estão encomendados. Desde que podia partir.
Damn. That nigga is scary.
Humankind was not in charge of its destiny. It was the unwitting prisoner of a race of shape-shifting lizards who occupied the roles in the highest echelons of society.
Don't mention the reptiles.
Don't mention the reptiles, yeah.
You think Biden is not alive right now?
No, the guy that's doing the stand-up job of trying to wake people up is an actor wearing a mask.
The Good Liars found a truly woke person in the United States of America. She's got this Joe Biden character all figured out.
I mean, there's several different people playing Joe Biden at this point. And then when he fell up the stairs going on the airplane,
oh my God.
I myself think that was Jim Carrey. I've heard that.
Hey, now this what I call when the conspiracy just be going too damn far. Like, I can't imagine Jim Carrey like playing Joe Biden, being like a double for Joe Biden. Like, I can't clear that in my head. Like, that ain't what's going on, man. I don't believe I don't think that was Joe Biden falling and doing all that dumb ass shit. That was Sleepy Joe. But a lot of people seem to believe Jim Carrey been playing Joe Biden lately and everything. But I could see why they would say that, like him putting the mask on, kind of the faces he be making and like kind of gestures he be doing, little funny shit. So I see why people would say that, but I just can't register that.
He was one of them.
Yes, she believes that Jim, who did play Biden on Saturday Night Live 6 different times in the lead up to the 2020 election,
Will you just shut up?
has continued to take on that presidential role outside of Studio 8H.
You think that Jim Carrey was wearing a mask and was the acting president?
And being silly by falling up the stairs 3 different times.
You talk about like Jim Carrey the man, Jim Carrey the performer. Are you more comfortable as one or the other, or is that like, are they even mutually exclusive?
I don't exist, so they're all characters that I played, including Jim Carrey, including Joel Barish, including any of those things. They're all characters.
I'll hold you to it.
Those who wish to masquerade for the rest of this virtual game sometimes are made really uncomfortable by it.
Hey, even though I haven't seen Jim Carrey in a long time, I ain't seen a movie or nothing. Like, I don't know, man. In this world we living in, though, you know, I just said I can't register. I don't believe he would be doing this, but in the world we living in and all the stuff that I know now with all the bullshit that be going on, all the hoax that they be pulling off and fake shit that they be doing and everything, I wouldn't be surprised if Jim Carrey was playing Sleepy Joe. It wouldn't even surprise me, man. I just laugh, man. Like, man.
You know, they're like, it really looks like a mask beside somebody who's not wearing a mask.
What you are calling an operation, we call a performance. That's what we do. We put on performances. And before we start working on that performance, we have to define the stage that the performance is going to take place on. Then you have to know who your audience is. Who are you playing to? Who are you trying to fool?
All wear masks, metaphorically speaking.
Then they showed us some tools that they used. The one that really caught our eye is what's called a stunt double mask. You all know how they're used. When the movie star is so famous or so good looking that they can't risk damaging him, we liked the idea of stunt double masks. They're quick on, they're quick off. They dramatically change your appearance. And we started using them and found them to be valuable to our operations. But that audience piece of it did not allow you to get close enough to one of those masks before the illusion fell.
Hey, hold on. Let me stop it right there. Now, when Sleepy Joe did this, though, for sure, when he was scratching his neck and that skin all came up right here and everything, that had to be somebody wearing a mask, because ain't no way his skin, I don't care how old you get, he could be 200-300 years old. Ain't no way it was looking like that. It looked like it damn near came off. Look at this though. Let me rewind just a little bit and show. When he scratched his neck, that damn mask down there came off. It probably was like irritating. Whoever was wearing the mask probably was irritating them.
But that audience piece of it did not allow you to get close enough to one of those masks before the illusion fell apart and you saw it was a mask. So we went back to our disguise labs out at Langley, and we invented a whole new genre of masks. Masks that are so good, that are so realistic, that you can actually get up close and have a personal contact with someone for an extended period of time. They're good enough that you can brief the President of the United States in the Oval Office wearing a mask. And he isn't sure if it's you or if it's someone else. Those masks were the beginning of a whole new generation of work that we did at the CIA. Once we could make these masks that fit you so well, then we discovered we could make a twin. We could make another you. There could be two of you. We could actually make 5 or 6 of you, but usually one extra was all we needed.
Hey, just think about it. If they making masks like that, I'm talking about realistic masks looking like, I'm talking about looking real. You can be right next to it. You could touch it and you still think the person is a real person and everything. And this probably was some time ago. They probably been doing these masks. Just think about now. They probably can do, like, ain't no telling what they can do now, man. I'm sure it's people out here wearing masks every day that we come across or we see on TV or something, and it's not them. It's somebody else with a mask on. Like, now I'm not putting that past anything. I'm not saying that's not happening. That's definitely happening, I believe. I'm just saying, like, I don't know if Jim Carrey was playing Sleepy Joe, though. I just can't. It's like damn, like, like what? Like, how much money they pay him to be like, yeah, we want you to start being Sleepy Joe and act like, you know, go be his double and go to a couple places, couple speaking arrangements for us and everything. Like, I just don't know. I don't know.
I'm not just a guy going to sleep.
But I tell you what, I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to bed.
Y'all, what in the hell is this? I said hell because it looked like something from hell. Look closely, y'all. It looked like bodies on it, right? This joint looked like something straight out of Stranger Things. And this is in California, y'all. California, in the desert. This looked like the gateway to hell. Man. I think they say this is in Joshua Tree in California. Correct me if I'm wrong. But this is a place I wouldn't want to be. I wouldn't want to be nowhere near this junk right here. I rebuke. And people that's around that area said they don't know when or how that got there. So my question is, do anybody know when and how that got there? And if an artist took his time to make this and build it over here and install it, you're weird.
First of all, did they build it somewhere else and bring it there? Second of all, if they was doing it out there, somebody would have seen them, because obviously it looked like it took some time for whoever did that to make that. Like, that is super weird. It just show up like in the middle of the desert. Like, what is that, man? Like, what the fuck? Like, why? Who? When? Where? Why? Like, what's up with this, y'all? That's crazy. I know one thing. I wouldn't even be going next close to it. I don't know if that thing is like some type of spiritual thing, portal type thing, some evil type thing. I don't know, man. That motherfucker looks scary though. For real. Soji, what up with you? Nudie, what up?
You're weird.
I'm a human and I can't stop watching
watching things on my phone that make me sad, and I wonder why I have depression.
Oh, I'm a human, and I disconnected myself from nature. Now I wonder why I have so much anxiety.
I'm a human, and I can't stop voting for politicians that don't care about me.
Oh, I'm a human, and anybody who has a different opinion than me is wrong and dumb and bad.
It's so true,
right?
Imagine some aliens acting like this. I bet this how they be looking at us and everything. Like, them damn humans so damn dumb.
I'm a human, and I have really bad health problems, but I can't stop eating poison.
Oh, I'm a human, and I knowingly participate in a society that has stifled my creativity and instead values consumption and commercialism and consumerism over community, and I feel trapped, even though I know I'm trapped. But
You're overeating. You're overeating.
Well, breaking, fuck the news. Billionaire Palantir co-founder calls for return of public hangings to show masculine leadership in America.
Damn.
The billionaire co-founder of the software company Palantir has called for the return of public hangings in order to demonstrate masculine leadership. If I'm in charge later, we won't just have 3 strikes law. We will quickly try to hang men after 3 violent crimes. And yes, we will do it in the public to deter others. Our society needs balance. It's time to bring back masculine leadership to protect our most vulnerable. Lonsdale, who co-founded the tech giant alongside with entrepreneurs including Peter Thiel, made the comments in response to the online criticism of Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and his attitude to recent military strikes against alleged drug boats. Hegseth was called out for his own online post in which he boasted openly about sinking another narco boat. Online users reacted with outrage, with Claire Lehman, editor of Australian-based libertarian website, describing the post itself as grotesque. So, look, listen, everybody, these people, this is a billionaire's world. If you don't got money, you don't have shit. These people are openly calling for things that haven't existed since the 1600s, 1800s. 1800s is a stretch. This is insane.
Hey, nah, if it's for some PDF files and motherfuckers who be stealing the kids and doing all this dumbass crazy shit and everything, yeah, do something gruesome to them. Whatever, I don't care. But I still don't think, even though I said it on the other stream, like they need to bring that back for like people, all the PDF files and all the motherfuckers messing with the kids and everything. I was just saying that in the moment. I don't think it'd be a good thing to have like public executions and everything. They don't need to bring that back. It's enough motherfuckers getting killed on camera and everything every day it's already got our minds and everything all messed up. Like, they don't need to do that. They can execute them in private or something. Kaz Love was good. Diane, Pete.
These are people who consider themselves some sort of royalty, and they consider us peasants. I'll keep you updated with more.
So I've seen these videos where there's pyramids in other places. And I mean, this is in Montana, out by Tarkio. They call it Round Mountain. But
that dude look like a pyramid, even though they say that's a mountain. GNS.
Yeah, looks pretty pyramid-like.
If they made this type of architecture in modern times, why don't they keep doing it?
Because we didn't do it.
Recreate what they did. Because this building is older than what they're telling us.
So, hey, y'all, seeing some of these buildings and some of these old structures and everything, like, it's starting to make me believe like they might have had better technology back in the day than we do now. If you think about like some of those old structures that was built way back then when we thought it was just horses and carriage and the little stone thing, the little pitched little thing, like we thought people were just building like that, like ding, ding, putting bricks up one by one and doing all that type of shit. Just think about it. The stuff that they was building way back then, like it seemed like they, even in some of these movies, when I be watching these movies, it's like the Gladiator and everything, like if you look at their stadiums and their castles and everything, I'm like, damn, how the fuck? Like how they built these motherfucking big ass castles, everything way back then if they ain't had no technology. I'm like, man, it's something. Like I believe we might have had some better technology back in the day. I don't know. Tommy Houston, what up, fam?
What was the point of MKUltra?
They were trying to figure out, can we really brainwash people? Can we create Manchurian candidates? Can we split people's personalities? It involved a lot of former Nazi scientists and involved a lot of LSD and dosing people with massive, massive doses of LSD. And it was called Super Spy. These women would lure these men back to the hotel and drug them with LSD. We had like Project Stargate, like the Men Who Stare at Goats movie, and remote viewing and all this other stuff was going on. Then they started MKUltra, which involved a lot of former Nazi scientists and involved a lot of LSD and dosing people with massive, massive doses of LSD.
Damn.
And ruining a lot of people's lives in the process. But it was an attempt initially to find some kind of a truth serum. And actually the Navy participated in the biggest one, which was called Project Chatter, which is a sub-project of MKUltra. And with this guy, he's a professor at, it's in Hamilton, New York. I can't remember the name of the Colgate University. His name's Dr. George Estabrooks. And he and J. Edgar Hoover are collaborating on a plan to use hypnosis to capture and hypnotize a German submarine captain and give him alter identities. And send him back to his fleet in Germany and have him torpedo the entire German fleet inside the harbor. And this was a legit.
And y'all don't think about the movie Manchurian Candidate and all that type of shit. Like, They was experimenting with the shit, the program and everything. And then they finally probably mastered it and they probably started using it. It's probably a lot of people out here that got MKUltra and they made them go do some shit that they ain't even know they was doing unconsciously. Weird, crazy. I just watched another movie, an old movie, yesterday. What was the name of the movie? They was talking about the MKUltra and like different little things. What's the name of the movie? The Man Who Stared at Goats. The Man Who Stared at Goats. I don't know if anybody's seen that, but that was a good one. It was like talking about war and all this type of stuff, how they was using their minds to astral project basically and all that shit. So that was crazy, man. Let's keep it going. Hit that like button. Keep the algorithm jumping. Let's keep it rolling. Vandal, Big Blood, what up, fam?
We have a weird situation in California. This one is actually off the highway where multiple witnesses have come across this weird sculpture. They don't know if it's a stunt by somebody or someone's, and why. Why did they put it there? And actually, social media thought this was AI, but it's an actual structure. But the question is who put it there and why?
And it's right off the highway? I thought it was like in the middle of like some desert area or something, but right off the highway, somebody had to see something.
And why of this specific thing? It really looks demonic. A portal.
That's crazy.
And at night, it turns on. Take a look at this. Comment below. Tell me what you think.
All right, for everybody thinks it's AI, this ain't AI. Right here right now. It's not lit up right now, but as you can see, it's off the side of the road on Highway 62, Josh Tree, California. It's actually the highways over here.
Did they say it light up at nighttime? Like, damn.
As you can see, the statue is out here in the desert. Other people showing up. Let's go take a walk around the backside of it. You guys can see what it looks like.
Man, that's crazy.
Pretty creepy.
It low key looked like a eye with like little technicals coming out of it or something, like a evil eye. Look at that shit, man. Whole bunch of skulls and bodies in it. I know that's not a whole bunch of bodies and skulls and all that type of. Come on, man. Come on now.
Definitely.
Look at that.
Kind of creepy.
Then it look like it's a big ass snake at the bottom. If you look at the bottom little part right there at the bottom, like a snake inside of it too. Like, man, if they don't go with that shit, man, they need to tear that down immediately. And the thing look like it's burning, like it's hot. Man, what is this? What is this?
Anyways.
Tell me some of the wildest stuff, and they were telling me the truth.
If you look, there's liquid dripping off the end, so that part of this pretty good. I don't know what they've got in there. So
Those clouds in the background's really cool.
I was finna say maybe it's for like a movie or something, but nope, that ain't even the case. Because if it was for like a film or a movie or commercial or anything or whatever, they would be protecting it. They wouldn't just let it be out there like that. Anybody can. It's wide open. Anybody can get to it. That's crazy work right there. That's crazy work. Damn. That was crazy work right there. For real.
God dang, man. I mean, these people that's reading and listening to your videos on TikTok when you're trying to post something, they're fast, man. I've tried to post something and tell y'all something. I'm just gonna come out and just say it. Then I try to break it down to you, and they just won't allow me to break it down to you properly, so a lot of people can really comprehend what I'm saying here. So, in DC, Maryland, and Virginia, there's been an outbreak, so-called outbreak, quote unquote, of HIV and AIDS. HIV is human immune deficiency virus. AIDS used to be called autoimmune deficiency syndrome. It's a lot of people with autoimmune problems. If you pay attention to it. Sickle cells, I think most scoliosis, I don't know, something like that. But anyway, what I'm saying is, there's a lot of people with autoimmune deficiency diseases, such as alopecia, things of that nature. They're not telling you that the only way you can get what they are giving you is through a shot. An ouchie-wouchie is what they call it. The only way you can get that and start passing it around is through that ouchie-wouchie. I'm gonna reference my training back in, I want to say, maybe 2013, 14, FPS, Federal Protective Service training. I was in there for a very long time, and they started teaching us about chemical and biological warfare. A lot of the ouchie-wouchies are biological warfare weapons. They have to give it to you. They don't have to, but they do. It's a biological warfare weapon. So, with that being said, that whole spike came from warfare. That's what it is. It's no other way around that. That's what it is. And a lot of this other stuff that's in our food is called chemical warfare.
Wow.
The sooner you realize that the people and the agencies that are in control of North America at this time, North America and South America, and some other places, are not supposed to be trusted. They have breached your trust a long time ago, as soon as they waged war upon the people. Who's ever in the castle is a crook. And I'm not talking about Donald, because this been going on way before he even existed. Who's ever in the castle is a crook. That's all I'm gonna say. Peace, love, and light, y'all.
That's crazy, because that's a fact. It's a biological warfare. It's a chemical warfare going on right under our noses. With the food, definitely chemical. All the shit that they put in the food, the drinks, the energy drinks, all that type of shit. Like, and it's crazy because like they running along side to side with each other, the biological and the chemical. Like they do the biological thing, you know. When 2020 and the shutdown happened, everybody was doing all them damn jabs and all that type of shit. Then along with the food, the bullshit chemicals in the food and mixing it and, you know what I'm saying, intensifying the bullshit that they, you know, deliberately did. I'm trying to speak in it. I ain't trying to, you know, allegedly, entertainment purposes only. I can't really say it like I want to say it because I already know they go get on here and be like, misinformation. You saying some shit you don't know nothing about and all this type of shit. So I don't even want to say the wrong thing, but y'all know what I'm getting into. It's crazy because just the other day, when my niece, my little niece, she was sick and she went to the doctor and they said she had, you know, the C word, C19. I'm like, damn, they still saying motherfuckers got that? And guess what they did? They didn't give her like no antibiotics, no medicine or nothing. They just gave her some Tylenol, some ibuprofen, some other shit and sent her home. And was like, you know, in a few days, is she all right? I mean, if she don't get better in like a week or so, we'll bring her back. And I'm thinking in my head, like, they went so crazy in 2020, 2019, 2020, when they shut down everything, saying this shit was so dangerous, had us all 6 feet, 8 feet apart from each other. Now it's like, oh, people falling out everywhere. Remember, they made it seem like the hospitals was just overwhelmed. Like, these people just passing out. You couldn't even go to the hospital to see nobody with this shit. And now they talking about it ain't nothing. They send you home, give you some ibuprofen and Tylenol. Like, that's how you know it was all bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, this shit crazy. And then it's like, they just sweep it right under the rug. Ain't nobody even thinking about it now. But if you think about it, like, damn, that dude don't make no sense. Like, they was so adamant about this shit. Like, it was so serious and everything. Now all of a sudden it's nothing. Well, then wore off the whole fucking shit. Crazy, man. Let's keep it going, y'all. My bad.
One more thing. Watch out for population control disguised as plagues.
Now, Puff Daddy, last record, it didn't sell. He changed his name to B Diddy. All right? Now he's doing fine.
Do you guys remember what happened to Bernie Mac in 2008? So, according to the official news report, Bernie Mac passed away from a complicated pneumonia.
Actor, comedian Bernard McCullough died early Saturday morning at Northwestern Memorial Hospital in Chicago. A publicist for the 50-year-old says he passed away from complications due to pneumonia.
Man, that's that bullshit. Complications due to pneumonia. Man, you know how many people they didn't slap that on? Like, oh yeah, complications from pneumonia. You go in there, you're sick. They say you got pneumonia. You don't even come out. You don't make it out. That's like, I think that's like some old events, 3-letter agency type shit too, man. Like, I think we seen the shit with the heart attack gun and everything. I think this is got something to do with that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? For sure. I don't know though. Allegedly, entertainment purposes only. To make sure I say that. It's crazy.
His last moments.
happened to be very difficult and specific.
In his last moments, the Ocean's 11 star found himself hospitalized, relying on a ventilator to aid his labored breathing and waging a valiant battle for survival. In August of 2008, People magazine provided a chilling account of Bernie Mac's last days in the hospital. He remained in intensive care, reliant on a ventilator for breathing support, in the words of Mac's sister-in-law Marianne Grossi.
And as I was watching this YouTube video about Bernie Mac's death, all those hospital and doctors and nurses and cardiac arrest visuals reminded me of a specific music video that also came out in 2008. Now take a look.
Man, what a fucking coincidence, even though I don't like using that word. 2008, when this video come out, they show a video of dude going through like a cardiac arrest in the hospital and everything. Right after Bernie got to talking shit about Diddy. I know Diddy don't go that far. I know you ain't getting mad at people just cracking jokes about you, Diddy. Like, I know this ain't the case. Come on, man. Like, you got too many allegations on your motherfucking name, man. I ain't fucking with Diddy, man. Fuck Diddy, man. I don't care what nobody say. I know people like, man, they locked him up just for being a freak. He more than a freak. He way more than a motherfucking freak. That nigga, he evil motherfucker. And I got another F word that he more than a freak, and he another F word. I ain't gonna say that.
Sometimes you gotta go through the pain to experience the joy.
So my exact point is, Bernie Mac made a movie with this guy, and this guy happens to be friends with this guy, and those guys together happen to have lost a lot of people due to complicated pneumonia. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, you thought Diddy was bad? Well, he is. But you want to meet someone who's arguably worse? Vince McMahon. See, Vince McMahon had a problem. He's currently under federal investigation for misconduct with many women. For those of you that don't know, Vince McMahon is the former owner of the WWE, wrestling stuff. Anyway, you want to hear something wild? Wrestling fans have always known he was an evil psychopath. Why? Because listen closely. He played a character in his own wrestling show so twisted and insane, it became harder and harder for people to think he's acting. For instance, the storyline that involved his daughter. Whatever you think I'm about to say, it's worse. His daughter's a character on the show as well. She plays his daughter. In fact, his whole family plays themselves. They go through many inappropriate things, like at one point, her daughter and her son start palming her mom in front of millions of people. But I think the son just held the mom so she couldn't run away. And anyway, here's where things start to get wicked. In a wrestling promo video, his daughter says, "I've only said no to my father for 2 things. And one of them was he could not be the father of my child in the show." Focus, we not finished. Look at the time. She was married to a wrestler named Triple H in real life. They were having a kid. After they told her dad, Vince McMahon, no, we're not participating in that story, Vince McMahon then asked, "What if it's your brother?" Her brother and her husband said, "No, Vince." Well, actually,
Hey. That motherfucking Vince McMahon, he might be worse than Diddy. I don't know though, man. Diddy, like on top of the list right now, even with everything. That's because he got a couple of bodies they trying to say that's under his belt. I don't know, allegedly, but y'all know what's up. But anyway, McMahon, man, he was a nasty motherfucker. Did y'all see that documentary they had on him? Oh man. He was gruesome. But he was selling that WWF. Like he made a lot of money, and he made it entertaining, but he was super nasty. He was on some, and I ain't talking about like just nasty sexually. I'm just talking about just nasty personality, everything. He was gruesome.
The U.S. has dozens, if not hundreds, of vehicles that are more than capable of space flight and make it so we would have a fleet of vehicles that would be seemingly extraterrestrial. And the reason that that has to be kept that way is because if you know that those vehicles exist, you start to question the technology that they're based on. And when you start to do that, then you start to question why we're still using petroleum products and solid rocket boosters and everything else, and things get quickly out of hand after that. So to keep those vehicles a secret is to keep everything else a secret, which is why you would need that level of security to prevent anybody from finding out about it.
Okay, but that space.
It's crazy because I could see he didn't really want to say too much. He basically saying like, we got some shit and everything, but they don't want to release it and everything because people get to question this shit, and then they realize like we've been being bamboozled for a long time.
Fleet, as you call it, is capable of going
anywhere easily throughout the solar system without much time or hindrance to the occupants.
Okay, and explain how fast one could get to Mars, for example.
Just below the speed of light.
Damn. This might be the clearest picture and video we have ever gotten from a UFO that's real and not AI. This was captured in Colombia, in the Medellin. Look at this shit, y'all.
I'm gonna zoom into it. 1 second.
If anybody got any other bright ideas on what this may be, let me know down below in the comments. Because I know it's not a balloon. It's not a hot air balloon because it's not up that high. And look at the jump spinning.
Look at this.
Look at it.
No, that's a UFO for sure. I was about to say drone, but that ain't even no drone. That's definitely some shit.
Fucking UFO.
It got flames in the bottom.
UFO.
This is weird, fool.
It's like a diamond shape.
A diamond metallic shape.
That's the typical UFO right there. That's the typical UFO. Like if you look up UFO like in a motherfucking dictionary or whatever, Google, that motherfucking silhouette right there pop up right there. That's it right there.
Oh, that's not a balloon. That's too big to be. Bro,
and then the jump disappeared, y'all.
That's a purpose. Bro, take a video on phone.
That jump was just hovering.
And it looked like they tried to play with the skies. They tried to get them sea trails up there to cover it up. If you looked at the sky before he zoomed in, the sky looked like they went sea trail crazy.
Spinning.
I need to get this video off you.
And then it started going away, y'all. Look.
Honestly, bro, the video.
So like I said, somebody let me know down below in the comments what y'all think that is. Because me personally, I don't know what that is. I have never seen nothing like that before.
No.
Look at that. That's crazy. Y'all see all them orbs? Hold on, let me rewind. It's hard to see. You got to really look. And then look like they was sea trailing the sky right here too. They was trying to cover it up right here too, man. This shit getting out of hand, man. Look.
No.
It's like some spots.
Right there, right there. You see them little orb star type things in the background? That's crazy.
Oh shit.
He said, you don't see all them little motherfuckers?
Yo, what the fuck is that, y'all?
That's crazy. They try to throw the sea trails up there. They like, send the sea trails up here. We need to create a diversion. We need to cover this shit up before people get to looking and noticing. And got caught. Crazy, crazy, man. Let's keep it going, man. Salute to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Keep the algorithm jumping, y'all. It's crazy, man. This is what we living in, man. This the matrix we living in, y'all. This is what we living in.
Oh, look at that.
Whoa.
That was some weird ass fucking shit.
Bro, I got that on video. Bro. What the fuck?
People go like, that's SpaceX.
Bro.
That's crazy.
Dude, I got that on video. Yeah. The plume of smoke or whatever that was? Yeah. What is this thing?
Right.
Dude, it changed directions like on a dime. Yeah. Dude, did y'all see it turn direction?
That's crazy, man.
There are, and it's been referenced on major news networks and so forth, government studies that have been conducted over the decades, and they're done routinely. And the study is, what would happen to societies if an alien went on TV and said, "Hi, I'm Zotar from the planet Murtok. Glad to meet you all. And we've been around for a long time."
These days in 2025, I believe a lot of people, if they did that, first of all, it's gonna be a lot of majority of the people that's gonna be like, yeah, right. They ain't gonna believe it. They gonna be like, this old fake ass shit. Then there's gonna be some people that be like, we already knew y'all was around. Whatever shit. I'm glad y'all finally came out and introduced yourself. You know what I'm saying? Then there's gonna be a group of people that's probably gonna be like, oh my God, they're here. You know, the people that's so they so lost. They ain't woke up. They don't know really what's going on. They probably go crazy and get to tripping. Like, the aliens is here. Screaming and all that type of shit. But for the most part, I believe everybody be like, okay. A lot of people ain't even gonna believe it.
And by the way, Yahweh in the book of the Bible, well, that was my ancestors, and so forth and so on. If people saw a real extraterrestrial and said, this is my spacecraft, let me show you what it can do. If people saw that, what would happen? And it's not pretty. And this is why they say we're not ready yet to fully reveal. The good news is that it's getting better. These reports are showing that society isn't going to crumble. People aren't going to jump out of buildings. People aren't going to start crying. People aren't going to stop going to church. People aren't going to start rioting in the streets. Oh, I don't have to be moral anymore because there is no God. The big fear years ago when you looked at these reports, and I've read them, because in our group we had to know this as well. The idea was people are going to say there is no God. That means there's no sin. That means there's no punishment. I can do anything. The only punishment is what I get on earth. But I'm not going to hell. And you could have some mass chaos. Now, certainly we have punishment here, so that'll still keep things in bay. But there's a lot of issues as to why Zotar is not coming on and saying, hi. Let me show you my star map.
Hey, I understand that. That might be a case. That might be a case right there. That might be a theory. Like, maybe they not doing that. Maybe they don't want to introduce or bring out and say, yeah, they here, the aliens and all that, because that'll mess up the whole religious structure and everything. And the religious structure is what's basically keeping this motherfucker rolling. They tricked so many of us and everything. Like, it might not even be a hell. I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, it might not. But, you know what I'm saying? The system that they put in place to put fear into everybody. You scared of God. You scared to go to hell. You scared of all this shit and everything. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Sweet Annie, what's good?
and here's my
GLC.
craft. Because when that happens, all the governments around the world have to know, based on the studies and the reports, that we're not going to have a mass calamity.
Bruh, at this point, I'm convinced that Earth is spawning new creatures. It's like we living in an update, fool. Because what am I looking at? Is this supposed to be a praying mantis, a scorpion, and a wasp mixed? Nigga, fusion, huh? This ain't Dragon Ball Z. But these three creatures combined, that's what it look like. Tell me I'm tripping. Look at the arms, look at the legs, the body, and then look at the back. And this is not AI, fool. I don't know what Buddy's on record, and I would have smashed that junk.
What the fuck?
ASAP. It's like
A scorpion wasp? Man, that's like some shit that they engineered in the lab somewhere, man. Like we gonna make a wasp and a scorpion. We gonna mix them and make a hybrid of those. And it's gonna be that's a new bug, man. I ain't never seen no shit like this in my life, man. They definitely created that one right there. They created that in the lab. And one got out and ain't no telling what's going on now. It might be more out here or whatever. Man, I ain't never seen no shit like this in my life, man.
every month we're discovering some new type of creature, some alien type mutated bug or some shit. And if I had to take a wild guess at where this insect was on the planet, I'll say Australia. The crazy part is, scientists out here saying that this is normal. Normal where? I never seen or heard of this shit. Y'all let me know down below in the comments. Have you seen one of these? Like I always say, I don't know what timeline we in, but I don't like this DLC update, fool.
Experience it because I was going to help people when they crossed over. Because I knew how bad it was, what death was. And I didn't want me to go through that or anybody else. Because death is not it's not a close, it's a beginning. And you're eternal. You're an eternal soul, and that soul is so intelligent, it's so beyond us. That's why we're just small in comparison to who our physical bodies are. And that's when I got into this, and I haven't stopped talking about it. That's why I do it.
Did the Council of 12 tell you anything?
They told me that I needed to experience what they were giving me. Now, I didn't know what that meant until 5 or 6 years later, because I used to meditate 16 and 17, 18 hours a day. Because when I go into meditation, I can go back in. I know how to get in and out of my body. So once you understand how to do that concept, you're not afraid to come in and out. I come in and out all the time. But also, when I'm working with clients, I can see when they're out, and I can show them how to get back in. I can show them how they go out and how to utilize, get the university, get from the universe, get the information, bring it back. And then you got to collaborate within your own body, mind, soul, to how it works. It's not what people think at all, because you don't die. You never die. Your ashes, it's ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Because the physical body is that, it's earth bound, but your spirit is eternal. And when people finally realize that you're no longer in fear, fear is the worst.
See, when you realize that, that's when you start living. You start living life, because you know when this shit, when they say it's over, it's not over. You know what I'm saying? And I be believing like a lot of these people, like billionaires, trillionaires, the ones with all the money and everything, the ones who just like, fuck it, just living, just, ain't tripping. They know something about after death and everything. So that's why they, live basically, with no fears, because you're supposed to live with no fears, man. You get out here and you just do shit with no fear, nothing. You'll be surprised how far you go.
Message that they put on this planet or on this earth, whatever you want to call it. We believe that, and it's a lie. Every bit of this world is a lie. How we had to get to it, why we have to follow the rules. There's no rules in the universe. There's no rules. You already know it. And you know how to go from one point to another just with your mind. I went to every planet. I went everywhere in the universe and didn't come back for almost 3 years because I didn't want to live here. And finally, my soul came and got me and said, you've got to come down here. This is the purpose that you came here. And that's when my life began.
What did Jesus tell you?
He showed me the first thing. He first introduced himself. He said, you think that's who I am because this is how you've been trained. Because I was raised as a Baptist and I was raised as a Catholic, later. And all we saw was his picture. So that's all you think he is. Well, I remember he looked exactly like, in my classroom, I was a Catholic educator, and it says, Jesus loves you. And there's a beautiful picture, and I have it hanging in my bedroom, and it says, Jesus smiles, because I was the only one that had a smiling Jesus. And that's exactly who he looked at. I mean, he looked like that, exactly. Then he explained to me, he said, the only reason why, when I had Jesus coming to me, I stayed with him for 18 months and I asked him every question I could ask him. I thought, if I'm going to have Jesus sitting with me, I'm going to ask questions. And I asked him, I said, how do people know?
So you stayed with Jesus for 18 months, girl.
Oh, that's you. How did they figure it out? He said, how they know me is how they learned how they know me. He said, then he just turned into light, light, completely light. And he said, that's who I am. Never an image. And I thought, oh my God. So really he isn't who he says he is. He's just the light of God. But if you have to meet him, you're going to meet him the way, because you would miss him. If he came in somewhere else, he could be standing in the room, but if you recognized him as that picture, you would never know him.
She fucked me up when she said she stayed with him for 18 months. Like right there, right? I was listening to her, but right there, I'm like, oh, no, man. Hey, you stayed with him 18 months. I'm with Jesus for 18 months. What? I ain't coming back to this motherfucker. I'm like, man, I'll be like, man, what you mean I gotta go back, Jesus? I've been here with you damn near 2 years. Are you talking about go back? 18 months? Man, hands no, man. I'm sitting here, I'm drinking all the wine, eating bread, kicking it with all the fallen soldiers and everything. Man, is you crazy? I ain't going back down there.
So he has to come in the way you know him, so he can recognize you as you recognize him. Do you see what I'm saying? It's different than what you think. It's an incredible experience, and I'm blessed by it, but it's not my first one.
What were some of the other questions that he answered for you?
Well, I asked him about the world, and he said, there's going to be a war. This is when he's talking about it was when it was in the Eastern, I can't remember exactly where he took me, but it was the Middle East somewhere. And he took me in a tornado. I was in the eye of a tornado, and he was in there with me, and he went all over the land. He said, see this, see this, see this, this. He said, there's going to be a war, but you will not be a part of this war. You'll never even understand this war. You'll not know it at all. And I remember there was a war. I can't remember. It was in the Middle East. It has to be. It was in the 80s. So, in 1998. So I have to go back and look at that. But I remember him saying to me, he said, you will not be involved. And one day,
there is a record of technologies that existed on Earth, of civilization more advanced than we are now. And the question is, were there some use of some type of electrogravitic levitation technologies that were used?
We were just talking about this. I just said they had to have some way better technology than we have today, because think about the structures they was building.
Technologies that existed on Earth, of civilization more advanced than we are now. And the question is, were there some use of some type of electrogravitic levitation technologies that were used? The other problem is, even when the Smithsonian paid $5 million to simulate using mathematics and the technology that archaeologists say existed back in the time of the pyramids. Those obelisks, like the Washington Monument, but those were all one big piece of stone. They couldn't raise the smallest one with everything we know now about mathematics and engineering with what's been postulated. So there's something doesn't add up there. But I think it's a bridge too far to claim they were built by ETs. But they were certainly, their construction and the precision of the stones cut, how far they were moved, how they were put into place. There are a lot of questions I have, but I have no proof of how that might have happened, except the man I referred to earlier from Redstone Arsenal area, who is given material occasionally, is not always extraterrestrial. He has been given objects that are tens of thousands of years old or older, that are technological, that have been found in the ocean and elsewhere, that were of human origin and were extremely advanced technologies. So I believe that it's likely that on Earth, prior to the modern era, there have been civilizations far advanced beyond where we are, that for which we have very little record. And when that record is found, I think it's kind of swept under the carpet. You know, it's interesting. There were years ago when they did the Mars images, and they found that there were these obelisks and strange-looking objects on Mars. I went out to the Goddard Space Flight Center here outside D.C. to meet with Mark Carlotta and some other scientists there, and they said, "Yep, it's been pixelated out for the public, but there are structures there." And they were very
right there. Like, I'll be believing some of this stuff because right there, that I know that's what they be doing. Yep. It was pixelated out for the public, but they be pixelating a lot of shit, making shit blurry and everything. I know they be doing that, man.
Ancient, but we're talking millions of years old, millions. And I was out in California after I had disclosed this to some people, and a man came up to me from JPL, Jet Propulsion Labs, and I didn't know him. He knew who I was and said, "Dr. Greer, here's the issue. You're right, those exist, but we can't disclose that." I said, "Why? It's not an operational ET device. It's not, it's old." He says, "Yes, but you don't understand how powerful that this information is." I said, "Why?" He says, "If this was disclosed, it would collapse the fundamentalist orthodox belief systems of every religion on earth."
Wow. See, I'll be believing that some of the stuff. I know some people be saying Dr. Greer, he like a, he be propaganda and they be having an agenda. He be pushing out everything, but I don't know, man. He be coming with some stuff, you know what I'm saying? He be saying some little stuff and everything, and I kind of, be resonating with it a little bit, understanding it a little bit, like, damn, that do kind of make sense and everything. And I feel like that's why a lot of this stuff they don't disclose or bring out, because they know it's gonna mess up a lot of shit. It's gonna mess up people's beliefs, especially like with technology. It's gonna mess up all this old school technology that we got going on. Like right now, like gas and oil, all that type of shit, gas, cars, oil, all that's supposed to be obsolete. We so far advanced right now, we ain't even got to be working or doing nothing off no gas and oil and all that type of stuff. But it's such a big industry. It's creating so much money, generating so much money and everything. They like, man, we can't motherfucking stop this right now. We got to keep this rolling, because that's what it's all about. It's all about the money at the end of the day. But it's crazy out here, man. Salute to everybody, man. Stay on wave, y'all. Protect y'all peace watching these videos. Keep that love around. Keep that good energy around. Keep vibrating these high frequencies. In the end, somehow, some way, we will win. Somehow. Even in this crazy matrix we in, we will figure out a way and we will win, man. Salute to my content management, moderators, everybody in the chat. I appreciate all y'all. It's your boy Thal, FamOverTV. Peace and love, health and wealth to everybody. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.
Fam over.